So first of all, I just want to say respect to both of these artists. That's first of all, first and foremost. I have listened to both these rappers at two different points in my life. I listened to Lil Wayne when I was young, and practically all the way through, um, practically all the way up until like my adult years. I've been listening to Wayne for that long. And this quite the same can be said for 50 Cent. I started listening to 50 Cent when I want to say in like middle school. So, um, respect to both these artists. However, I will not allow, not even just the East Coast, anybody to think that somebody like 50 Cent, I'm going to break it down. Y'all hold on. I'm going to break it down. Somebody like 50 Cent can beat the likes of Lil Wayne. First of all, second of all, it's like this. These are two different types of rappers. These are two different types of rappers. 50 Cent is a gimmick rapper. It's very unfortunate, but if you don't know, 50 Cent is a gimmick rapper. He's a gangster gimmick rapper. And you'll understand later why I'm calling him a gimmick rapper. Lil Wayne is a punchline rapper. A good amount of his discography is punchline. Punchline, 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 punchline. 50 Cent is good at hits. Not to say that Lil Wayne is not good at hits, but if we have to tack it on up, I'm pretty sure 50 Cent has more hits than Lil Wayne. So he's good at he's a hit machine. He can make you some hits. As well as Lil Wayne making you some hits. But Lil Wayne, after a while, it becomes sport for him. Lil Wayne is a hyena. It's a sport, and he's a spitter after it's all said and done. 50 Cent is, like I said, a gimmick rapper. He uses every tactic he can to sell the records. Right? Now we're going to go into something real quick on this post. So, right here is all the hits that were gathered up. These are all the hits that were gathered up. Let me pause this. I don't want to get flagged. These are all the hits. These are some of Lil Wayne's biggest songs. So look at it. Lollipop is Diamond, 6 foot, 7 foot, 7 times platinum. Love Me, 7 times platinum. A Milli, 6 times platinum. How to Love, 6 times platinum. Drop the World, 5 times platinum. Right above it, 5 times platinum. Mirror, 4 times platinum. She Will, 4 times platinum. Got Money, 3 times platinum. Mrs. Officer, 3 times platinum. John, 2 times platinum. Go DJ, 2 times platinum. Now here is a pivotal thing with this Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent argument. If we're going off of just hits and albums, it's going to be kind of hard. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be kind of hard. This is going to be kind of a hard matchup if they have to just do only albums and singles. Because some of Wayne's biggest masterpiece versus best songs are on mixtapes. From The Drought to Dedication. Bro, I take it back. Listen. I'm gonna get to it. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rush what I got going on here. So, okay, we're gonna go to 50 Cent next, right? As I told you guys, 50 Cent is a hit machine. And I know this ain't the only hits he has, but these are some, obviously. In the Club, 9 times platinum. I'm surprised In the Club ain't diamond. Candy Shop, 5 times platinum. 21 Questions, 4 times platinum. Mini Men, 3 times platinum. Just a Little Bit, 3 times platinum. PIMP, 3 times platinum. Disco Inferno, 2 times platinum. A Technology, 2 times platinum. I'm the Man, 2 times platinum. Window Shopper, platinum. Out of Control, platinum. Very crazy beat on that song. Best Friend, platinum. Wanksta, one of my favorite songs from 50 Cent, platinum. And Get Rich or Die Trying is his biggest album with it being 9 times platinum. So, all right, now I'm about to really break it down. 50 Cent is or was signed to Aftermath, Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre, Eminem. You know, he's from the class of Eminem. He's from the tutelage of Eminem and Dre. All right. He has G Unit. And I can also go ahead and tack on some G Unit hits from there and throw it on here. But see, this is why I go back to the gimmick rapper thing. 50 Cent's whole mode was to sell records. And at the time, what made Get Rich or Die Trying so great is that he was super disrespectful. He was just a gangster rapper that was super disrespectful. That's what made it. That's what made his introduction interesting. It's because he was a gangster rapper that just basically didn't care. And, you know, and then you tack on all of the beefs that he had. Get Rich or Die Trying may as well been called F Ja Rule, if you think about it. F Ja Rule and Murder Inc. Honestly, I take it as far as saying like 50 Cent has like maybe 2 or 3 good albums, and then like the hype for him just kind of like fizzles out. It goes Get Rich or Die Trying. I believe it's Massacre next. And then Curtis. After Curtis, that's when people are like, okay, we're sick of it. It's like 50 Cent is like a meal you keep having, like a freshly gourmet cooked meal from scratch, a home cooked meal from scratch, right? The first time, excellent. Every single ingredient is excellent. Tastes wonderful, seasoning and everything, right? You have that meal a second time. It's damn near perfect. Seasonings, every single thing that was in the first one. You have it a third time. It's like, okay, you know, it's good. You know, is there a variation of this? Could I get a different type of seasoning on this? You know, but I mean, it's still not bad, but I mean, I'm kind of tired of having the same gourmet meal. So by the fourth time, you're frustrated with the meal because it's like, it's the same meal, same seasoning. Damn near every single thing about the meal is the same. And that's how I feel about 50 Cent. And I know I'm not the only one who feels like that. And then I want to add in this little thing here. For the most part, I've seen like DJ Envy say that 50 Cent can wash Lil Wayne, which is just blasphemy coming out of my own mouth. Pause. That's blasphemy coming from me. I didn't say it. He said it. And then I seen that Ebro said it as well. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. You like, and this is no I'm not trying to send no shots to anybody from the East Coast, but 50 Cent isn't even y'all's best rapper. Like East Coast, New York, what are y'all doing? He's not even y'all's best rapper. I could understand if it was Jadakiss. I could understand if it was cool. What is dude's name? I could understand if it was Busta Rhymes, Jadakiss, Busta Rhymes, any one of them. Like Nas, I could understand if it was one of them, but we talking about 50 Cent. we're talking about 50 Cent. We're talking about 50 Cent. We're not talking about a cold rhymer, a cold spitter like that. Like, we're talking about 50 Cent, a gimmick rapper. Whole aim is to play this gangster role and beef with everybody and integrate that into selling records. He like I said, he's from the tutelage of Eminem. Eminem was doing that. He was putting gimmicks in his raps. But I mean, there's a difference between Eminem and 50 Cent. Eminem can actually like spit for real, for real. Dr. Dre, his whole controversy with NWA and Death Row Records. It's like you mix all that together and you have a brainchild known as 50 Cent. So that is on that side of the spectrum. Like I said, East Coast. He's not even y'all's best rapper. So like what is like the rooting for him is crazy. Like I don't even understand that. I don't understand that. But like I said, I can't act like I never heard 50 Cent's music, or when his album came out and I was in middle school, elementary school, I wasn't sneaking to go listen to it, you know? Now we get to Lil Wayne. Now Lil Wayne's different. Lil Wayne's been a star since about like maybe 13 years old. 13, 12 years old. So like this is not a regular guy who's just trying to sell records. No. This is actually a spitter. He's a spitter. New Orleans, Louisiana. He's from the tutelage of Cash Money Records. Baby and Slim and Juvenile and BG and Turk. So he starts off pretty early. Lil Wayne starts off pretty early with his stardom, or even just the mode of wanting to become a rapper, right? It starts there, like as a young child, being signed that early in the rap game, right? So he puts out, I believe, his first the first project he put out was with BG. They were like in some group or whatever. You can go look it up. I'm not gonna really look it up, but I kind of know about this. I've done a little bit of research, not a whole lot of research, but for the most part, Lil Wayne is already on a project at the age of 13, maybe 12, maybe 13 years old. Okay, we fast forward. Lil Wayne is with Cash Money, and Cash Money had this group on their label called the Hot Boys. Lil Wayne was 15 years old with all these grown men rapping. 15 years old. Now we come to his first solo release, which is The Block is Hot. The Block, I believe it's The Block is Hot. That's the name of the EP or album, whichever you want to call it, right? So around this time, Cash Money is still in full. You know, they're basically trying to like take over the reins of New Orleans hip hop and trying to go like from regional to nationwide with their success, because of course, you know, just being regional is not good enough. So I believe somewhere in the 99, somewhere in the 2000, 2001, maybe even further back than that, they signed a deal with Universal, which pushed them further away with success and leaving No Limit, No Disrespect as an afterthought. And like I said, Cash Money at this point, Hot Boys are still the hottest thing right now. So maybe around 2002, maybe 2003, maybe even before that, the label starts to kind of shut down a little bit. People start leaving. Juvenile left, Manny Fresh left, Turk goes to jail, BG goes to jail. Uh, Basically, Hot Boys is basically, it's not going to, like, Hot Boys is no more, right? Hot Boys is no more, and basically, Lil Wayne has to put Cash Money on his back and hold the flag for the company. And that's exactly what he did. He started with 500 Degrees. I'm serious when I say I'm not reading anything. This is all off the top of my head. I believe it starts with 500 Degrees. Guess why I believe the reason why he called it 500 Degrees is because, it's a play on Juvenile's 400 Degrees, which is one of the best, a classic album, one of the most classic albums to ever come out. So it starts there, and then he starts to put out mixtapes around, like, maybe I want to say 04, 04, 05, we start to get an identity of who Lil Wayne is, because at this point in time, we don't really know who Lil Wayne is. Lil Wayne was doing supporting teamwork at this time, at the moment with the Hot Boys. Juvenile was bigger than him. BG was bigger than him. Some of the people on the that were in the Hot Boys were bigger than Lil Wayne. Manny Fresh was bigger than Lil Wayne. So it's like, now that they're all gone and doing their own ventures, and there's a void to fill. Now it's time for me to let them, like, really know who I am. I mean, not to say that The Block is Hot, the album, is not his introduction, but like I said, all the other members of the Hot Boys are, like, more, in my eyes, more popular than Lil Wayne at this point. He's young, so like I said, he's just a supporting player. But now, when we start to get into the Carter 1, the Carter 2, and then the mixtapes, the dedications, the drought mixtape series, and then just every single leak of music that came on a mixtape that had to do with Lil Wayne, is where we start to get the identity of this guy who can actually, like, spit. Like, forget about just doing hits. Like, forget about that. We talking about spitting, like rapping, like rapping for real. And I guarantee, and I tell you, like, every single time I heard a Lil Wayne song on a mixtape or one of his official mixtapes that he did, I was just beyond blown away. Just beyond blown away. And then you start to and then when you dig a little deeper and understand, you start to see that, like, hey, Lil Wayne is a punchline rapper. Lil Wayne got bars for real. Like, some of Lil Wayne's best bars came from when he was, it's just kind of like how I feel about Eminem. Some of his best bars came from when he was on lean, when he was doing lean. And it's crazy that he can't even remember some of those lines that he said on some of those legendary mixtapes. Some of those, like, him taking, like, pop songs and snatching the beat and using it and rapping over it. Crazy. Not to say he's the first one doing it, but like, who can do it better than him? Tell me. Like, he's taking pop songs and taking the beat and using it. He's freestyling over popular rap records at the moment. Like, 06 to 09 Wayne is a problem. 50 Cent's whole 50 Cent's career by this moment in time is not even on the same level, you know? Like what Lil Wayne was striving for from '06 to '09 versus a 50 Cent in '03 to maybe '06. It's just not even, it doesn't even remotely hit the same way, you know? It's not the same, you know? So, respectfully, I have to disagree with, you know, people saying that 50 Cent will wash Lil Wayne. It's a sin. Shouldn't even be saying, it shouldn't even be said. It shouldn't be uttered. I think people are just talking to just talk, for real, for real. But that was a little history lesson. I could go a little further with everything that I'm saying, but I'm saying all that to say Lil Wayne is undeniably, unequivocally, unanimously destroying 50 Cent.